Well, thank you. I think if there's one common theme that we've heard time and again tonight, it's all about the experience. It's about understanding the customer and providing the best possible experience for them. And you mentioned digital lifestyle. It's no longer a trend. It's a reality. It's an expectation. Do you think the retail partners here in the Middle East, do you think we get it? Or do you think there's a lot of room for improvement, to improve communication that you talk about, to improve the displays, etc.?
So I would go further than here. I would say many people don't really grasp the importance of that shift and how the consumer has changed and how the consumer behavior has changed. This is not just a Middle East problem. We face the same challenges across the world. I mean, we heard Best Buy that has been focusing on the shopping experience, also with people helping, making the choices. And I think this is a battle that is going to be the battle of the next 5 to 10 years. If you look at other industries, they have gone through that. They are there today. They have very clear shoppability guidelines and huge successes with consumer goods. And that's what this industry needs to change. We need to move away from selling technology and features, simplify the messages, and create immersive consumer experiences.
Some of the displays that you showed give the impression of a unified Logitech portfolio, as opposed to displaying products by individual categories or across the store. Is this something that you're encouraging your retail partners to adopt, that sort of unified approach? And why, if you are?
Yeah. So there is no golden rule. I would say in some instances when consumers go into a store and expect to see brand blocks, it makes a lot of sense when there is a lot of brand loyalty to display the products by brands and show the full category in the lineup of the brand. In other instances, when consumers are shopping more for a commodity, they just want to buy a mouse, then maybe it's more adequate to have the full lineup, including also competitive items. The key learning is really we need to understand the consumer profile of the shop to really understand what's the most effective way to display the products, and we need to work hand in hand. What we also need to do, we need whatever we test to measure it, have the data on a weekly basis, and from then on make various variations to find out what works best. And there has been huge surprises in areas where we felt the brand block would never work, and it became hugely successful, and in other areas it didn't work. So it's an expertise, it's a lot of work, but it's paying off big time if you do it well.
Logitech is a top brand, it's a big innovator in our business. Can you give us a little hint on what might be coming in the next 6 to 12 months?
There's not really things I could announce today officially. I would just say watch the press over the next couple of days. Interesting things will be out. We are committed to continue to drive consumer-centric innovation. We are also organizing ourselves around the screens. We strongly believe actually that consumers will access and consume digital content over those screens and need peripherals to do that. So typically we have already made first steps with the Harmony remote control around the TV screens. More of those kind of products will come going forward.
And can you give me a better idea of what your specific goals would be here at DCC? What sort of partners are you looking for? What sort of geographic markets are you most interested in?
I think the most important for me was today to get across the message that there is a big change and behavioral change and an attitude that I'm looking to evangelize across actually EMEA, not just here, to say we can only succeed if we work hand in hand, all the partners, the whole channel together, because you need to have the distribution fulfill the product to avoid the stockouts, you need to have the retailer restock, communicate in store and help make the shopping experience good, and only if that chain is really seamless. We had some discussions around the food industry. That's where they do it best, with the milk. And I think our industry, if we would sell food, the bananas would all be black on the shelf, and we need to improve that, and that's my message.
Okay. Working hand in hand all together to improve that customer experience.
Definitely, yeah.
And do you also have a